There is a country beyond that which is known to humankind. A stray country. A country that exists west of October, whose borders are somewhere between midnight train whistles and the distant howl of a dog. A country that lies somewhere in the stitched and jittering static between radio stations. A country that drifts through America like a traveling salesman, but every now and then stops to nest on a small town, a small church, a single street, and maybe, just maybe, some kind of delayed radio broadcast you've stuffed in your ears. Chapter 41. It didn't even have a TV antenna. Billy stood, beat down by autumn at its worst. His posture smacked loose by running through the howl of Falvember night, looking up at the house. No, home, thinking yes, of course, the old Richardson farmhouse. Home. When he was young, his dad had taken him to swing on the tire swing in Harold's backyard. But it had all stopped when Harold's heart had stopped. The janitor must have purchased the house when. It didn't matter. The Richardson farmhouse, Billy exclaimed. Saying the word farmhouse made him feel safe. The janitor nodded in the pitch and roll of her screaming breeze. Yes, of course, Billy cried. We'll be safe here. Yes, we'll be safe. Jack, don't you see this house isn't a house? It's a home. Built back when all this land was farmland. You heard Grandma talk about it. Said all this was boonies out here. See, Jack, what matters is this place was built before the term house even existed. It can't be anything but a home, because it was built back when America only knew how to build homes. Back before freeways and interstates shuffled everyone down the same turnpikes, off the same exits to face the cesspool of sameness. Yes, Jack, this house was built before you could truck strawberries from California to Virginia in 2 days and 12 hours. Back when no one saw a strawberry out of season. Back when if you wanted to make a light bulb, you had to catch fireflies in a bell jar. Before the streetlights killed them all and used their dead bug bodies to steep streetlight tea. This house was built before the idea of suburbs or bedroom communities even existed. This house is older than freeways, older than McDonald's, older than television. It wasn't built by spidery hands that count money in the left, build houses in the right. Not like ours, Jack. That was built by someone who never intended to live there. Built by some guy punching a time clock, bored of building, sick to his stomach, running wires that only light other men's TVs, just wanted to get home and watch his own TV. And isn't that why, Jack? Isn't that why the light switch in our addition was installed upside down? Because how could you make a mistake like that if you were installing your own light switch? And you couldn't. But this home was built by some farmer, not for someone else, but for himself, for his wife. How do you think he built the roof when he knew it was his own kids he wanted to keep out of the storm? And that farmer looked over all this land before it was a deck of cards, before it was houses leaning on each other like vultures, before it was a murder of crows preening each other on the top of a billboard. And this home was here first. Jack, this is the one dwelling that came before all the muck of the modern world. What are you saying? Jack asked. I'm saying this house was built before plastic sacks. Jack looked the house high. That true? He asked the janitor. The janitor nodded. Then we'll be safe here? Jack asked. The night behind them carried the static of old radio broadcasts. If we're not safe here, we're not safe anywhere, Billy said. Jack looked the house high. That true? He asked the janitor. The janitor nodded.